Oh, so I did it for the wrong day, and I'm late. I hope it dings everybody now. Holy crap. I did it like an hour and a half ago. So, whoops. Well, hopefully it'll notify some people. Oh, you're still here. I was sitting here doing my Walmart order and lost track of time. My grocery order for in the morning. I was like, oh, I got 10 minutes. And 20 minutes later, I'm still on here. Okay, it even notified me. So, crap. I just did something on comments. There we go. How y'all doing? Oh, my face is still. Yeah, well, what it does is when it asks you when you want to schedule it, it always does the next day. And I usually fix that, but I wasn't paying any attention tonight. I was doing my thing again. I'm like, I'm tired. I don't really. Okay, I'm going to do it. I've had 2 hours sleep since yesterday. So I was like, dragging. And I didn't even sleep that whole 2 hours. Because as I lay my head on the pillow at 6:30, Tom wakes up and wants to talk to me for like 15 minutes. I'm like, dude, I haven't been asleep all day. Finally, he shut up. About your Walmart order. Yes, because I forgot to do it for this morning. I have to do it for in the morning because of our stuff we need for work tomorrow. We need meals. And because when you don't order factor meals yourself, if you forget that week, so my plan is 6. I've been ordering 10. So that it comes on Wednesday. That makes sure we have enough for work Saturday, and for at least me, Saturday and Sunday. And if you forget to order, my package deal is 6 meals. So they send you the first 6 meals on the list, which I don't always like. So I have to go in and make sure I keep up on my orders, and I got behind. So we won't have enough meals. So that was our biggest thing, is we needed meals for work and snacks and things like that. And coffee. I cannot be out of my coffee at work. I drink a 48-ounce jug of cold brew in 12 hours. Almost the whole thing. To stay awake. And by the time I get home, I'm wide awake. So I never get any sleep on Sunday. But that's okay. I make up for it on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, I told him too. I said, hey, I just laid down. But he had some things he had talked to me about. I got something cool. It was a spur of the moment thing again. I got to quit doing that. But Cheryl's here. What's up? It has been a minute. It has. Hey, Carrie. Yeah. How you doing? We bought our GMC pickup truck 7 years ago, and it was 6 years old when we bought it. This truck has been so amazing. And we didn't realize it till, of course, they may not have even known this was a problem because it took a little while to come up. Our radio, we've never been able to use it because if you put a CD in or turn the radio on, it has the auxiliary input. It wants to switch back and forth the auxiliary even when nothing's plugged in. So hanging in, yeah. We only have one vehicle at right now. Tom's engine or his radiator blew up. We don't know what's wrong with it. So he has to take my truck to work, and I can't go to Austin in the evening. I was going to try to go to the org today. I was going to go early too. I just could not get up the energy to go. Because I was just telling him I slept because I work nights, if some of you don't know. So I slept all day yesterday. So I was up all night, and I was up all day today. And I was going to go early this morning. Like, I'm still awake. I'll just go now. Like, I was going to leave about 9. It never happened. So, anyway, our radios never worked. And I bought a dash cam that has a screen that I should be able to put my map and stuff on. Well, I can't plug it into the radio for the speakers to use like the anything. I should be able to put my YouTube on there, everything that's on my phone. So I'm still using my phone, and it's just a glorified dash cam. It records footage. So I just happened to be looking on eBay. I'd looked once before, and the only radios, the used radios they had for my car looked like crap. Well, I looked again, and I found one for a really good price, a replacement radio. So I ordered it, and I'm the queen of ordering on no interest payments. Like I do the Klarna every 2 weeks payments and stuff on things if it's a big amount. And so I did that. And then they called me and they said, well, you ordered the wrong radio. So it was going to be $39 more. And I said, well, let me just pay the $39 because of the way I ordered it. Well, it came today. And while I was asleep for that 2 hours, Tom put it in. So I haven't got to try it yet. I hope he's going to play with it on the way to work. Find out if it works and all that stuff. But they said it would be programmed, plug and play. He said it was really easy to put in. So hopefully I'll be able to hook in. Well, I think we have to buy or find the auxiliary cord that goes to my dash cam. But I had to get a dash cam, y'all. So I'm driving to Austin an hour and a half one way, and I drive an hour to Waco for work. So, and these people are crazy. I have had people do the stupidest crap in front of me. I had this guy in a truck messing with me one day. I almost pulled that footage and put it on YouTube because I had done nothing wrong. So the radio problem was a flaw. No, the used car dealer. We bought it used. And they probably, turned it on. It works. So I don't think they knew that was a problem. Hey, Bear, how are you? Bartholomew. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I just jump on here to touch base with you guys. Make sure everybody's still alive. I'm going to try to, after this, since I look nice, I'm going to try to film a couple of videos for my other channel, an intro video. Be quiet. For my other channel. And I'm going to put a post on this channel to try to get, I need to get those 50 subs so I can go live before I go to Korea. Oh, guess what? So I told you so last week we went to the post office 3 times to get our passports, and they said 2 to 3 weeks. We paid the expedite fee of $65. We paid another $22 to overnight it back to us. And Tom pulled these envelopes out of so that was Saturday morning. We had 4 weeks and 4 days till we fly. And I was like, oh, we're not going to get the passports. We're not going to get the passports. Because he said last time he got his 15 years ago, it took like 3 or 4 weeks, and he did the expedite. Well, things are a little faster now. So he thought it was something else. Well, I grabbed the envelopes, and I'm like, we got them on Thursday from Saturday. I got my very first passport right here. Yay! I'm going to South Korea next month for my birthday. So, and I'm going to live stream if I can. Is this one mine? They sure have changed. I have his old one. Oh, this is Tom's. He looked like crap that day. Because I got him up, or he'd worked, and he stayed up, so he had hat hair. He said the first 2 times when I looked good. They don't want you to look good anyway. You're not allowed to smile or nothing. They won't let you. Let me cover some of my numbers. So I got my passport. Yay! We've been talking for tourism, right? I know. You remember. He made us late one day or missed another day. It was ridiculous that week. And my fibro. So I know y'all heard me talk about BTS, the K-pop group. They've been gone and doing their mandatory military service in South Korea. Well, they just kicked off a world tour that's a year long. So I took out my savings, and I was prepared to spend $2,000 on tickets. I was. Well, the way that they do it is if you're a member of their website, you get pre-order. And you have to pre-apply, and you have to pick 3 cities you want tickets. I picked Tampa, Vegas, and Arlington, Texas, because I've flown to the other two places, so I knew it was easy. Well, my savings, the way it comes to me, it's from my life insurance policy. So I had to contact State Farm. They had to cut checks. I had to go. By the time they did all that, I didn't even get a chance to try. They're all sold out that day. One day. 85 dates. They've added a few more dates. And I have found tickets in Arlington, and that's in August. So when we get back, if we're not completely broke, I may go ahead and buy tickets because I'm not going to be able to get very close to BTS. So anyway, when they left on hiatus in 2022, they did a free concert in Busan, Korea. They're kicking off this tour with a free concert in Seoul on March 21st. And I was like, they announced it. The way they announced stuff is they trickled out information, okay? They announced it. I bought tickets as soon as I found out. I bought the plane tickets. I'm like, I can spend that money on plane tickets. So I did. Then they say, oh, you have to get free tickets to the concert. There's 20,000 tickets. You have to go on the website and buy something to get in the lottery. Now, everybody had just pre-ordered their albums. By the way, there's no album cover, no pictures, no set list. They have released none of that. That doesn't come out until the 20th. So everybody bought these albums sight unseen. They had different versions. Well, I hadn't gotten to buy mine. The pre-order sold out. They sold out 4 million albums pre-order in a couple of days. That is how big these guys are. Their paid membership on Weverse, their app, is 17 million. Their YouTube channel has 79 million, and their subscribers, and their music videos and their downloads are in the billions. For a music video, billions of streams. So I'm like, okay, I'll go. I got a hotel within 2 blocks because I was on it because I knew they were selling out. And their government is really, really good. They literally have secret agents going around to hotels and other places making sure nobody is price gouging because they don't want their country to look bad. So what did you buy to get in the lottery? An album. I did get a chance to buy the album again. But I got to buy it outright. Well, no, it won't get shipped till the 20th. It was a pre-order. But because I had to buy it online and ship the shipping was $32. I spent $94 on an album. But the thing is, the way K-pop is, especially BTS, you don't get just an album. You get the CD, you get a photo book, you get photo cards like these. This came with something I bought. You get stickers, you get a whole thing. So this will be the first album I bought from them. I just listened to them on Amazon Music or YouTube. So they're supposed to add some more dates too. But I've been looking, and there are people that are reselling their tickets, and sometimes StubHub and Ticketmaster will hold tickets back. That's how I got to see the solo artists that had 2 of them toured last year, and I got to go, and I got last-minute tickets. They were nosebleed seats, but now what I've found out since is, so they're on this, they're going to have this free concert on this boulevard in front of a palace. It's like an 8-lane boulevard with a median and statues. It's called King's Row in front of the palace. And they're closing down the whole thing. So then, after the lottery, then they announce, okay, on February 23rd, you can buy more free tickets. They were cutting it up into like 4 sections, right? Oh, thanks, Scooter. And you can get more free tickets. They're expecting 240,000 people. And one of the channels I watch that gives me news about them and stuff, she's like, I think that's underestimating a lot. Because For their 12th anniversary last year, 140,000 people showed up, and they weren't even there. They just showed up in Korea to celebrate it and go to their museum and do all this other stuff. So the whole city is in on this. They've got displays. They're doing like a festival. So even if I don't get up, if I can get on the boulevard, what's nice about it is the boulevard is like their Times Square, and it's a lot of digital signs. So there's gonna be a lot of screens to see them on. They are also streaming it on Netflix. Found out though, there's for America, I can't remember what time zone though. It's actually 7 a.m. for y'all. It's gonna be 8 p.m. where I'm at. So you guys, if you guys, I think you can replay it. But now they're saying something about the live stream that might be for the documentary. They keep trickling out information. It's very annoying. So I didn't even I go to the site. It's their ticketing site from Korea, right? So as an American, I'm trying to get in to buy this free ticket. They want a picture of my passport that I don't have yet. So I didn't get the free tickets either. So I don't know how my hotel's 2 blocks away. That might be the closest I'll be able to get. Who knows? But they're really being very strategic. Their record company has hired 3,500 security guards for the event, plus the police, plus SWAT. They're separating everything because they had a fatal crowd crush event on a Halloween a few years ago, because all these people showed up for this Halloween event in between all these buildings, and it was so packed that people were getting crushed and no one knew. Yeah. So they're really, really worried. Really worried. I'll show you a picture. I got the wrong glasses on. No wonder I can't see. I showed some of you already. I'll just show if I can bring it up again. I'll show you a picture of. Let me see if I can find a better one. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So, I mean, they even, I think they canceled Halloween the next couple years. I'm not even sure if they're allowing it. Let me see what I can find. And you can see all the screens. Let's see, what do they call it? Oh my God, it's so hard to spell. Soul Kings Row Palace Road. Let's see. They have more than one palace. Okay, so it's really okay. Gyeongbokgung Wikipedia. Oh, here we go. BTS Walk of the Kings. Okay. What? Oh, it's a Facebook picture. What? Oh, they're making me go to Instagram. This is why it's difficult to find. Okay. Oh, they're just showing where they're coming out. That's not a good picture. That's not what I want. I want a picture of the whole road. I really can't. All I'm ever finding is a night picture, which I've shown you guys before. So what they're going to do, if you can see my mouse, is that this is actually the gate to the King's Palace. And this is one of there's 2 statues facing each other. They're saying that a kilometer down from here is going to be closed off, which is more than, it's 0.6 something miles. So it's 2/3 of a mile for us. And so and all down this boulevard is tall buildings with these huge digital signs like Times Square. So they're closing all of that down. And my hotel, let me go back, is 2 blocks this way. I wanted to be close enough to walk. I didn't want to have to try to Uber to a crowd. We can just walk over. So I'll probably be able to get close, but it's for the event more than anything, and I'll tell you why. I've gone to 2 of their concerts, and with my fibro brain, I've forgotten half the concert already. And I sat there for 2 hours. It was great, but I still, even if I don't get, and they're going to show the concert different dates. I don't know which concerts, if it's this one or what. They're going to film it and put it in cinemas. So I'm going to go to the cinema and watch the concert. I'm going to South Korea to see the free BTS concert in Seoul. And I just got my passports, which I was afraid I wasn't going to get in time. I got them a couple days ago. Thank goodness. Because I couldn't get tickets to their world tour. Has 85 dates, almost 100 now. I think they've added more, and they're all sold out. Oh, I did look at Tokyo because I thought if I didn't get my passports in time, the only 2 places we'll go right now with what's going on in the world right now are Korea and Japan. So I looked at Tokyo, y'all. There was tickets for $24,000 in Japan, because they're huge in Japan. They know how to speak Japanese. That's how big they are in Japan. Oh, are you tired? I'm a moderate fan of BTS. I was never a groupie when I was young. I was never like this. And I'm not like these, like the photo cards and stuff. I don't really care about those. I'm not like, oh, they're so hot. I'm too old. They're younger than my son. They are pretty though. They're really pretty. I wish I had their skin. Matter of fact, I started one of them. He'll go on a live. They do not care. They are humble. They are not fake. They're the same on stage as they are in person, because they've done so much live streaming, and they did this variety show and stuff, that they'll literally go live with their sheet mask on and talk. Or Jungkook got on a live the other night, and he was just gaming and talking to fans, and they could see his game. He was playing a scary game. It's so funny. He's going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I was like, that was a creepy game. I don't know what he was playing. So anyway, I was excited because we thought these was going to take 3 to 4 weeks, and we had 4. It took us a week to get all the paperwork right. Every time we went into the post office 3 times. Oh, and I didn't tell you this. The 3rd time we went, it was from 8:30 to 12. We got there at 9, and we were almost in line out the door. We thought for sure we wasn't going to get up there. We got up there in about an hour, a little over an hour. That woman was fast. Are you tipsy, Scooter? And I haven't drank on my live in a long time. Not since I fell asleep on y'all, because I'm usually so tired anyway. That was not a good idea. Man, I took my bath right before. I try not to because it overheats me. I'm trying to get my husband to get the shower fixed in the other bathroom so I can move my stuff in there. I won't use his shower. He doesn't clean it like I do. Oh. My meds have never done that to me. Not even when I drink with them. They've never, don't drink with. I've never felt loopy or anything with my meds. They do. My pain meds will they actually make me kind of hyper. They make me talk even more than I am right now. I haven't taken my meds for hours. I usually take them every 12 hours. Even though they allow me 3 a day, I don't always take them 3 times a day. Oh, really? Whew. Gosh. I've been out of the tub for an hour and my face is still red. I got a little makeup on to cover it, but I might be having a hot flash at the same time. Who knows? So what's all going on with you guys? Y'all heard about my news. That's about all that's going on with me. Oh, we tried to get my son. So he quit the school he was in. There's this thing, these, I'm sure you've seen them. They're like chain schools for different, trades and things, medical and things. This is the third one. He did HVAC, which he never got a job in because he would have had to commute to Austin. So he never did that. He took a school for it. He did medical assistant. The school, right at the end of his thing, when he should have been graduating, they got closed down for fraud. Vista College, y'all may have heard of them. They were doling out the financial aid in a way that they were skimming. And because Chris was always in there and other students who needed their rent money complaining about not getting their money. So then he went to this one and I didn't like it. And I said, look, if you wait 4 or 5 weeks, you could go to the Waco, Texas, or Texas Tech, which is a state school in Waco, which was closer than Dallas. No, he would have had to sleep on our couch because he had already quit his job and closed his apartment. I'm like, before he even started school, I'm like, you're dumb. That was dumb. I said, you can sleep on our couch for a few weeks. He didn't want to do that. He was in a hurry. So they have just messed around so bad that right after he first started, all the students got together and wrote up a letter to the higher ups that they were not getting taught what they were supposed to be getting taught. And he held out for, almost to a year and a half. And they finally screwed him around so much that he quit. There was another small school that's faster, by the way. This school was 2 years. This school that he's going to go to is like 8 months. And they'll give him some credit for what he's already done. Now, he's already used, by the way, what I was getting at, these chain schools are there to take your GI Bill. And so he was on his last 20-something months of his GI Bill. He was trying to use it up and trying to get a trade to get a good job. And if he finishes, he'll be making really, really, really good money. And he's 38. He's tired of working these dead-end jobs you can't get promoted in and are really physical. This one's physical too, but not quite as much. So he got on. So there was something with Texas where he could get more schooling because he graduated high school and I don't know. He's working it. I don't know. It's going to pay for the new school, and it's a 37-minute drive from where his apartment is. We looked at that school. This was a different school. It's farther north where he is in Dallas. And the problem was at the time, he didn't have the apartment he's in now. He was at a weekly rental hotel, and it was too far. So he didn't take that school. So he pretty much wasted a good year and a half of school. I don't know how much credit he's going to get. So, and they screwed over a bunch of people. But if you ever do graduate, I mean, they did a tour at it's in the airline industry. They did a tour of an airline, and they're like, they will hire them right out of the school, even though they have to know it's crap. But if they can pass the licensing, I guess that's all they want. Kind of makes me scared to fly. I saw you say that on another live, Eric. I was lurking, and you said it was going to be your birthday. 39. My son just turned 38. March 3rd. Yeah, we're both Pisces. Mine's on March 19th. I fly out on the 18th and arrive in Korea on the 19th on my birthday. I don't really celebrate my birthday, but I can be like, it's for my birthday. Because at Valentine's Day, Tom's like, should I get you anything? I'm like, you got me plane tickets to Korea. We're good. Usually we're like, oh, you got me in something we bought. So, and I don't know what I got him. Probably something he bought. I don't know. Same thing. I mean, we're both going on the trip. I woke him. It was like the middle of the night when I was doing this because I heard the announcement. I woke him up at 5:30 when I'd done all my research and had the hotel, and I woke him up. I said, hey, I'm about to spend $2,000. He's like, huh? Oh, Jensen's birthday is Sunday. Now, see, I don't even know the BTS members' birthdays. It's too much information. I know they were all born in the 90s. All of them are 30 to 32, except the youngest, who's 28. Yeah, I did. I was in YouTube Shorts. Yeah, it was Tori, and I went by and I listened for a few minutes and then I moved on. So she's still holding it down there in LA. That's good to know. Somebody's still, because they just sure did chase a lot of people out of LA. So I'm glad they're still holding it down there. I've got to get my butt to the org. But with all this stuff going on, and it was 85 degrees today during the day. I was like, that's why another reason I had to turn. Let me know if the fan's too annoying, but it was really stuffy in here. Reese, Laura, and Audit were there with her. Oh, I heard Reese talking. I didn't know anybody. I didn't see anybody else. That's cool. Yeah. I've never really followed Tori that much. A lot of the people in LA I haven't followed a lot. I mean, I do a little bit, enough to keep, an eye on things, but I'm not on YouTube as much as I used to be. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I used to be 24/7 watching everybody's videos. I just don't. I try to click into people I haven't seen in a while, trying to make sure I give them some love. But I need to get more. Since I started working, really. I didn't know working 2 days a week was going to be so hard. It is hard. It is hard. Because I work 12-hour day, 2 12-hour nights back to back, and I'm constantly walking. And on Monday when I lay down, because as long as I'm moving, I'm okay. Once I stop moving and on Monday, my knees start to scream at me for like 2 days. It takes me Monday and Tuesday to recover. I haven't been caught up on what Laura's doing lately. Is she doing better? Whole lately with a new show that's spicy. Oh, neat. Oh, we watched we got the second season of Fallout recently because Tom's weekend is Tuesday and Wednesday night, so we'll binge something all night. If it's like 8 episodes, we literally will watch it that weekend. And then he just mentioned there's a new Game of Thrones show coming out or is out. I'm like, he goes, are you interested? I'm like, I guess. Nancy, I know. I've been watching. I saw a headline about there was a $1 million ransom. Yeah, I do watch quite a bit of news on YouTube. I do most of my news through like independent creators. I don't really watch the mainstream stuff. Days of Our Lives. Well, I heard people thought it was a family member. Then they said that they cleared them all. She's still gone, because I'm sorry, but my personal feeling is at this point, and all I heard was they didn't take her meds. What were the meds for that she didn't have? If y'all check the pics on the 2 emails I sent you. Oh, let me look at that. because I never did catch what the meds were for. Let's see. Oh, look at that! Oh my god, that's so cute! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, that's so cute! Can I show it? Can I put it up? Share. Okay. Oh, Carrie, dang. Wow. She has a heart problem. Okay, yeah, that's well, she could if she's not well, she's stressed. She could possibly be okay without it, but it's not good. I don't think it's looking good. But they had to they want to say I've heard all kinds of things, just little bits here and there that it wasn't targeted, it was targeted. They didn't look very planned. They didn't know the cameras was there. Everybody's just yeah, can I show it? I saw both. I like the first one with the I'll show you. I'll just show the first one. I want to make sure you're saying yes, I can show it. She's so cute. It's a vivid picture. Yeah, we can move on. I'm just I feel so sorry for her family. It's I couldn't imagine that. Naomi Embry Bain. Ooh, I like unusual names. I like that. Embry or Embry? Because my name's Renee with two E's. So that's why I said it that way. Yeah, it would, Carrie. Yes, show both. Okay, we're sharing. Look at the pretty baby. Oh, I love the boots. I love the boots. Isn't that the cutest thing? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, let me bring up the other one. I got to get better with this sharing stuff. I know there's probably easier ways to do it. Look at that. That's so cute. I love the outfits. They're so cute. Oh, and she did so good for those pictures. Oh, that was so pretty. I know. Very adorable. Hopefully that helped you feel a little better. Gosh, my grandbaby I've only got to see once. She's so big. She's potty trained now. She's talking. So she's 3 now, I think. Yeah. Yeah. We were supposed to go visit them in March during their spring break, but my daughter said I did this instead, and I said, well, we can come maybe this summer. And she says, well, actually it works out because she used all her off days to go to the doctor. She's been dealing with possible cervical cancer for like 10 years. And it keeps rearing up, but they keep getting it, and they say everything's okay, but it's it's been a rocky road. Those are phone pics? I thought you had a photographer do that. Really? I thought those were professional photos. Oh, you did such a good job. My brother's kids, they are fraternal twins. They just turned 8 on February 3rd. Oh, wow. We don't have any twins in my family. Thank goodness. I probably would have a nervous breakdown with twins. Yeah, those are really good. I would have never thought. No, they took those with a phone. Thought. Oh, are they really? I think you told me that before, and I forgot. Ugh, that to you. Um, that had to be hard, but fun, but hard. It's still my we. I had problems. So my kids were 2.5 years apart, and we no, they're 5 years apart. We tried for Devin for 2.5 years, so that's why they're so far apart. I wanted them about 2 years apart. They ended up being 5 years apart. 2 months. She's 2 months. Finally, man, have they figured out how hot it is out there? Because I drove by there through Blythe and to get to Texas from Monterey. Whew, it was hot. I was kind of hoping they might get stationed somewhere else, but I'm glad they got base housing. That makes life. When we were first married, having base housing was a lifesaver. Not having to worry about rent and utilities. Now, I think they're starting to charge them for electric, or they, since they sold it to private firms, which was a mistake, it has been nothing but a disaster. When we lived in housing, stuff got fixed like that. They sold the barracks and base housing to private firms that run them, and barracks are coming up with mold. They're not fixing anything. They're lying on their paperwork because they figured out they're saying one thing and not getting to saying they're fixing stuff in a certain time they're supposed to, but they're not. So I think there's a possible lawsuit going on at, I think, an Air Force base. One of my brother's kids started cussing. My son, we were in the base housing, and it was like Saturday morning. We were still laying in bed, but he'd gotten up, and he was in the bathroom. So he was under 5 because we didn't have Devin. So I think he was like 3 or 4. And we hear him go, "Where the hell's my toothbrush?" We had to stop laughing long enough. They'll do it well, yeah, that's true. We didn't really. And then another time when he was little, we were visiting at my mom's. I think he was really little because he was 2 before I moved to California. And there was a spider, and he said, "Holy shit, spider!" And I was like, so he only did it those 2 times, and we just told him, "No, you don't say that." I never, I say holy moly. I don't know where he got the holy shit from. I think he got that from grandma, from my mom, because my mom was his babysitter for the first 2 years till I moved. Carrot, yeah, there is. Oh, I figured out how to put y'all's comments on the screen. I didn't do it. Show comments on stage. Sorry about that. So you guys can see them. Yeah, it's so bad. They don't have electric bill. House is not. Okay, good. I wasn't sure because I know what they're doing here is, so what they do is, you didn't used to get the BAH if you were in government housing. Well, now they give you the BAH, and the government housing just charges you that whole amount. So it's like here, everywhere it's something different. Here, I think it's around $1,100, and so whatever base housing you get, that's what you pay them. And so I don't know if that covers electric or not. I said the F word when I was 3 or 4. Oh gosh, in a department store. Oh goodness. I was actually much better at cursing years ago because I had a home daycare when the kids were younger. So I was really good at, and at work I was really good, but What did it is my daughter brought home a boyfriend, and his buddies used to come hang over. And this guy, I kid you not, if he said 10 words, 6 of them was the F word. He was a soldier. The rest of them weren't much better. And I was like, I don't know why. One of my girls, ooh, when their godmother was babysitting. Ooh, ooh, that's a bad one. Ugh. I think they all do it at least. I don't know. But I used to be better. I used to only have a potty mouth when I was really mad. I'm I'm a little bit. It's usually just here with Tom though. I try to be good when I'm in public. Matter of fact, at work, it was like 3 years in, they had never heard me curse. But what happened was we had this Christian girl. Everybody was really good. You have to understand we were either civilian or prior military because it was government on post. Well, our first sergeant, our second supervisor, she was a retired first sergeant. And after this Christian girl didn't work there, she transferred over to so our company covered the police station. We were only 7 people contract, or this huge warehouse that picked parts. Well, she decided to go over there for whatever reason. When she left, holy moly, the potty mouths that they came out with after that, I was like, wow. Because what was funny is I didn't like to hear the F word, and I didn't use it very much back then. And because I used to get on the soldiers in my office if they were acting a fool, I'm like, look, you got to remember you're in a civilian office right now. When I was accidentally said the F word, oh yeah, I could see that, Eric. I would probably feel bad too. She could have chose better timing. Yeah, for sure. Kids always embarrass us. I think my daughter's way better at cursing than I am. And her daughter, Amelia, has grown up with Devin working from home, and so, and she didn't get daycare because she doesn't have a car. So she is so good and so well behaved. It's amazing that Devin can sit and do her calls because she's timed, and they listen in on her calls. You only get so many minutes to do your notes after a call. So she'll run at break and like when she had diapers on, change her diaper, get whatever and stuff. As soon as Devin starts the spiel, she's like, oh, shh. And she goes, and she does not bother Devin hardly at all. She entertains herself. She plays there in I think my daughter has her desk in the bedroom. I mean, she has had a problem with her throwing things in the trash though. There's a couple things, important things that have disappeared. I'm hubby's dad is. Oh no! Oh no, Cheryl! Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I'm quite the potty mouth now. Could be Carrie. Could be one of your meds. Like I said, my tramadol for a couple hours after I take it, I can't take it and before I go to sleep. I have to make sure I take it well before I want to go to sleep. It makes me hyper. Yeah. I'm not going to church much. When I was going to church, I was trying to be better too, and but here I am drinking coffee and probably I have to stay up now because if I go to sleep too early, because I leave for work tomorrow. Well, today I leave at 4:30 because I try to be there by 4:45, and I have to leave time for slowdowns because there's construction and things. So that gives me I can be there as late as 6. But since we only have one person at a time working security, so we need 10 minutes to do pass downs, like to talk to each other and get, what's going on. Plus, I haven't been there in a week, so there's a lot to tell me. And, but if I go to sleep too early, I can only sleep about 6 or 7 hours. If I sleep more than 7, I'm too tired. It's too much. So I can't go to sleep before 6. No, because I get up at 2:33. 6, I think, is the earliest. So I have to stay up till 6. Video on YouTube on the screen. I can. What you got? Ugh. Unless it's a music video. Although it demonetizes me, and I'm not monetized except for memberships. I still need to sit down and figure that out because I do want to turn it on now. I'm a procrastinator and never sit down because I have to go through and because it scares me every time it says make sure none of your videos have something that you could get copyright strike for, or so I could monetize all videos, or I could go in and manually pick the ones, and that's what I want to do. So it's going to take a little bit. Comment. Yeah. Well, I still get the copyright, but well, you're right. I didn't get the when I did the BTS videos, and I didn't get a copyright strike. They're really good about that. If it's of an official music video from their channel, they won't copyright strike you, but you get demonetized. You know who the fish? Yes. Maybe. How do I find it? Billy Fish. Billy Bass? Take me to the river. Billy Bass singing fish. Take me to the river. Let's see if I have the right thing. It's a commercial for a car on YouTube. Look up Billy Fish commercial. Okay. Billy Fish commercial. It keeps coming up Billy Bass, though. For Jeep? Is it for Jeep? Now, it had just him sing and Take Me to the River by itself, or we could watch the commercial. Which one did you want? Oh. Dang. Afila, 12 cops. That's good. The car commercial. Okay, got it. Let me change. There we go.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, bud.
Can we please take him?
You want to take him to the...
I actually haven't seen this.
Hey, buddy. Billy might not be the best swimmer.
Sure he will. He's a fish.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Hey, look, an eagle.
That's good luck.
Over here.
Is he waving?
Open, Dad.
Play dead!
Great idea, Dad. I'm about to be actually dead.
Don't look sad. Okay, just don't.
Oh no!
It's nobody's fault.
It is so. It's your fault. It's your kid's fault, and it's
No.
your fault. No. I'm alive. I'm alive. No.
Stay safe with 140 safety features in the all-new Jeep Cherokee Hybrid. But outside, you're on your own.
That was hilarious. I have not seen that. Oh my gosh, I gotta show Tom that. Poor fish. Yeah, he's having a bad day. I've had days like that. Oh my gosh. That was good. Oh yeah, I was reading what you said about the cops. Yeah, I'm glad they took it seriously. I'm dying laughing. It was funny. So hopefully they took care of whatever was going on. I've heard some really weird stuff. I've had shootings around my house. And I'm near the police station. And these people do not care. We had 5 drive-bys across the street. I was probably, let's see, my granddaughter was about a year old or so, maybe 2. And she's 13 now, so about 11 years ago. And this neighborhood's not that bad. So heartwarming. Till it wasn't. I know. I didn't expect that. They found, okay. That might have been enough to chill it out. Oh, wow. Well, we found out what had happened. So one night, so my daughter and her boyfriend and the kids were here. We went to the Asian grocery store, which is farther away. We left our cart and everything when she called. He actually ran out with a gun and saw the car, but he couldn't shoot because he didn't know they weren't shooting at him. So he couldn't do that. And they called the cops. They tried to find the car. And this was the 5th time. The second shooting was at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And as I'm calling 911, a motorcycle cop shows up. He heard it. That's how close we are to the police station. And come to find out, I'm like, the 5th down like a cul-de-sac, but it wasn't. It was literally diagonal from me. I'm like, a little old couple lives there. And they shot the whole place up. They unloaded a magazine. I thought somebody was for sure dead. They had to move caution tape for me to pull in my driveway. Come to find out, their son had moved in with them. Adult son, he was a prison guard. And obviously ticked somebody off. And they found him. Nobody got hurt. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. I don't know how nobody got shot. I really don't. Because they were out there on purpose. They wanted that guy gone. I know. After that, we haven't, other than like New Year's Eve and stuff, they like to, we have a lot of Hispanic people around here. They like to really shoot off in the, I hate that they shoot their guns in the sky, because those bullets have to come down. That's the thing that bothers me. I wish they would stop doing that. Or shoot them into the ground, or I don't know, something. But even in here, our home defense, the first bullet, I even had, all I had for a long time was just this little 22 pistol. And he bought these 22 bullets that were buckshot, not a full bullet. So it wouldn't kill anybody, and it wouldn't go through our walls. And because from our room to the front door is then the kids' rooms. So we didn't want anything going through the walls. So the first one is to stop them and hopefully and to get bearings, and maybe that's enough to get them to leave or whatever. He said aim for the face so they can't see. My apartment has taken oh gosh, Carrie. Dang. Oh, and is Fila leaving? Okay. Bye, Fila. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, when we first moved here, it was a very quiet neighborhood. Then, a few years later, at the other end of our street, okay, first of all, it's a through street. We made that mistake. And they speed through here because we live in a dip. So they're coming down this way or they're coming down this way, and they're gaining speed. And even the cops know about it. They're like, yeah, everybody has a problem with this dip because they speed. I'm like, yeah, they killed one of our dogs one night. And they had to be flying. We hadn't had him for very long. We got him from the shelter, and he was an escape artist at the shelter. Well, one night, he snuck out the front door while Tom was trying to get ready for work. He was black, and we didn't see him go out. I didn't even know he was outside. Then he somehow snuck out the gate while Tom was going in and out, and ended up, Tom left, and at some point, he got hit right outside the house. We were devastated. He loved that. That was a good dog. He was a pity, too. That was really, and he'd gotten better. I stood out every time he went in the yard. I stood on the porch, and he was getting, but after a while, he wasn't trying to escape anymore or climb the fence. But for some reason, he wanted, if I would have not named him Rex right away, I would have named him Ninja. Yeah, I did. Yeah. So they built on the street on the other end, they built a whole bunch of fourplexes and an apartment building. And now we have those people walking a lot of times, because at the other end of my street is the bus station, the grocery store, the smoke shop, and all that stuff. They have to go through here to get there. So we're talking about fencing in our driveway. Our whole yard is fenced in except the driveway, and we haven't had too much problem in our driveway, but we also know not to leave anything valuable or anything outside the fence. The dogs help. Yeah, it was bad because Tom had to find him and bring him. He's the only big dog that we buried. The rest we had cremated because it happened. He just wanted to get him taken care of and didn't want to deal with it. Yeah. But our other big dogs we had cremated. Yeah, they named him Chase at the shelter because he had actually climbed their 8-foot fence. And he was always trying to get out. But after I watched for about the first month, I think when he realized this was his home, he got a lot better. But yeah. Daisy, I pushed to keep Daisy. We fostered her. Oh, she is stubborn and won't listen. She's got a lot of boxer in her. A lot. And a lot of the things I don't like about her, the pawing, the stubbornness, she won't listen. Now she listens. She's Tom's dog. She will lay on him with doe eyes. I mean, she loves Tom. But me, she won't listen to me unless I raise my voice. I have to. She makes me be mean. I'll tell her something 2-3 times. She'll ignore me, and then I have to be loud. I'm like, you have to make me be mean. We need to train them all though on a couple things, like stay, because they're yard dogs. They're not really trained to go on walks and stuff. And we're gonna get a new camper eventually, and we need a couple. We need some safe. They got out yesterday or the day before. We have a camera, and we look back, and if you don't close the gate latch all the way, Daisy has figured out how to open it. And all 3 of them got out, and the neighbor had to call me. They didn't go far, thank goodness. But all 3 of them got out on this street. So I was not happy. So Tom's putting a D-ring in the latch now. So when we come in and out, we got to move when they're out. Because we have a doggy door now, so they can go in and out so we can get some sleep. Because working nights and sleeping during the day, they were waking us up every hour to go out. And you can't tell them no because they might have an accident. So we finally put a doggy door in there. Oh, what I was talking about my son's school was we knew he was out of school. So we called him. We're like, hey, since you're not in school, could you come stay with the dogs for the week? I go, when does your new school start? He's like, March 20th. So we'd already talked to the neighbor across the street. She helped us before, but she doesn't really feel comfortable around our big dog. So what we do is we put the bowls out by the fence, and she comes over and she feeds them over the fence outside. I haven't checked the weather yet to see if it's going to rain that week. We're not close enough yet to find out. That's going to be the only thing. If it's going to rain, we can restrict their access to just the kitchen because we put the doggy door in the laundry room, not in the door. We didn't want to do that. We wanted to be able to keep them on we have Tom built a permanent baby gate. It's wood when our grandkids were little. So we can close the baby gate. We can close the bedroom and just lock them in the kitchen. So if it gets muddy and they're going to make a mess and put their dog beds in there, they'll be fine. They might miss us a little bit. This will be the longest we've ever been gone. We've been gone like 2 nights before for that concert, and maybe 1 night, but never. See, how long are we going to be gone? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 6 days. What's weird with the time difference, we're leaving Korea on the 23rd, flying 20 hours and arriving during the day on the 23rd because of the time difference. I remember when Tom was stationed in Korea in 2001, it was about 12-hour difference. So he'd call me at 3 o'clock in the morning when it was afternoon his time. So that's the only time we could talk on the phone. Unless he wanted to stay up late, which he didn't. He had to work every day. He had to work every day. He never had a day off. But what else is going on in the world? Hey, Jamie, how are you? Thank you for that. I know. Fur babies are very important to us. We like having 3, 2 littles and 1 big, because 2 littles make maybe 1 whole dog. At one time we had 4 littles because I'd taken in 2 senior dogs. I'd taken in a Chihuahua and a Pit Bull for my daughter, who had to move into an apartment, wouldn't take pets, and then my dog. And the 4 littles were easy. It was like they made like maybe 1.5 dogs, like 1 big dog. It was not that hard. Neil Sedaka. No, I didn't hear that. Yeah, Scooter, you got to do that. Me too. It's too much. Yeah. The Scientology, I I'm trying to keep up with what I need to, but I'm missing a lot of stuff. Eric Dane, I don't know who that is by name. I'm good with faces, like I can say that person was in that movie, but I'm bad with their names. Eric Dane. I gotta change glasses. Oh, what? He wasn't that old. Yeah, I know him. Holy moly. 53 years old. He's younger than me. Oh, he had ALS? Oh. I didn't know he had ALS. I did not know that. Wow. Oh. Yeah, The Last Ship is what I know him from. And, well, other stuff. I've watched episodes of Grey's Anatomy, but my daughter has watched the whole series like 3 times. I see clips and stuff, and I've watched a couple episodes. But I followed it only because everybody talked about it. It's the only reason I know stuff that was going on when it was first on. I'm in the woods tonight. We're done, so got to drive our haul back now. Oh, well, good. Glad you stopped by. I know you're pretty busy on weekends. Wow. Let's see. Does it come up? Oh, it does. Still comes up. Yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about my age lately. I say I'm 57. I won't be 57 till next month, but it's hard. The thing is, he's 6 months older than me. So when he turns in September, I'm already thinking, well, I'm going to be that age here soon. We're the same age for 6 months. Whereabouts do you live, Carrie? You and, well, if he was already gone. Was it you or Fila that said you were in a place where there's a lot of gunshots? Oh, goodness, Dakota. Got 64. Now, I know you're leaving, but so there's a lot of wild hogs here in Texas. But he found out from his buddy who hunts that they really don't like shooting the wild hogs and eating them because they're not good, I guess, or at least the ones here. I don't know if that's what if you have different ones. Oh, New England. Are you in the city? I could see that. I was surprised that places like I've been hearing about Maine and some places I didn't think would have a lot of violence, but they are. Makes me glad I don't live in a big city. I mean, my area is not that big. It's only big because of the military base. But we have a lot more the last 10 to 15 years. We have a lot more civilians moving in because it's a low cost of living and they commute to Austin or Waco, mostly Austin. Even though if you go in rush hour traffic, it can take you 2 or more hours to get to and from work. So sometimes I don't know if that's worth the extra cost to live in a lower cost area and or just pay the higher rent and not have the bad commute. Because if I had a doctor's appointment for a specialist in Austin at say 8, I left my house at 5 a.m. Really? That's surprising. Not really, because I've had the same issue and I'm in a pretty small area. I think last time I checked our population, so you have Fort Hood population. Then some of those people, not everybody can live on post. So you have Killeen, and then you have Harker Heights. They're pretty much one city. And then Nolanville's a really tiny town. So they're really one. I mean, you can't tell you're crossing from one to the other. Wild boar, I mostly make pepper bacon. That makes sense. Yeah, because Tom wanted to go wild boar hunting with his buddy who owns some land up there. But he kind of talked him out of not wanting to. Oh, population. Killeen. And see if I can do them together. Uh, 2024. Let's see. Killeen is approximately 160,000, while Harker Heights has an estimated 35,000. That's quite a bit. I remember when in the 90s, together they made around 100,000. So now we've got 195,000. That's not including the base. Let's see what the base has. The base changes all the. When we got here, there was 48,000 soldiers, and they drew down all the way down to like 35,000. Let's see, Fort Hood population 2025. Fort Hood has between 25, around 25,000, almost 26,000. The installation remains a major military hub hosting nearly 41,000 soldiers. So we're back up to 41,000, and we're probably higher. So it's gone back up. But it had gotten to where we would go on post to go to the bank or something, and it felt like a ghost town. It's not all picture postcards here as much as they'd like you to think. Yeah, I could see that. Real life is real life. We've been trying to look at places we want to buy land, not in Texas. We want to go someplace cooler. And he keeps saying like Kentucky or West Virginia. And as soon as I look, they have huge meth problems there because everybody's broke. I know Ohio there for a while, years ago. I don't, probably still. They were having such a problem with, I think, heroin or one of those, that they had to bring in portable morgues. They were having so many ODs. It was like my sister-in-law was telling me, because we hadn't been home in a long time. I was like, wow, that is so bad. So bad. You don't see a lot of that around here because soldiers get tested all the time. Although I did a lot of cases on soldiers coming up hot on the P test. Depending on your unit, you might get an Article 15 for that, or you might get kicked out. Just depends. I hear parts of Maryland are nice. But Tom likes Tennessee, but the problem is everywhere we like, everybody else likes. It's all going up in price. Because we looked at Idaho. Well, everybody heard of Idaho too. So now I actually been looking at Missouri because we want rural. And the land, we're looking at prices per acre. And we want some place that maybe we can put tiny houses on for the kids. We want to try to have a place the kids can come live too. So we want a pretty good acreage. And I was looking at Missouri because I wanted a cave. They have caves. I did find a piece of land, but we're not ready to buy yet. It had a cave. It was really nice. I think it said sale pending though. It'll probably be gone by then. Missouri looks really nice. And the weather's, I don't mind winter. Like Tom said, when he was in the Army, he wanted to stay here because he didn't want to go somewhere cold. The problem in the Army is you have to wear what they give you. And if you show up to PT and somebody's missing their jacket, everybody has to take their jacket off because you have to be in uniform. So you have to freeze. If somebody doesn't bring their equipment, you have to freeze. Now that he's a civilian, he doesn't care because he can wear whatever he needs to be worn. Matter of fact, there's rules about what you can wear with our security uniforms, what you can't. He works at night all by himself, and he's the only one at his location that does that. And he has a lot of getting in and out of a car. He wears whatever he wants to wear. He'll wear a long sleeve shirt under his shirt. You're not supposed to do that. He does it anyway. He's like, who's going to come check on me? I'm like, well, they can look at you on the camera. He goes, they don't care. They got down to 9 degrees here. Oh my gosh. And now it's 85 in February. Is it still February? Yep, still February. It's ridiculous. Had the air conditioner on all day. Ugh. This place, I don't know what's going on. I've been researching some theories that people are throwing around about this cloud seeding that they've been doing since the 70s. Did we hear about it? No. You mess with Mother Nature and it's going to fight back. And I just think they've just been messing with it. Because it has gotten very erratic. You guys are getting hot up north and we're getting cold down here. It's ridiculous. The temperature fluctuations this last year have been ridiculous. I told you guys before, I went to work, so I work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And yeah, it goes down at night for mostly everybody. It was 81 degrees when I went to work, and it was 39 degrees when I left in 12 hours. And that happens quite a bit in Texas. We can have a drop like that. But so I have to go. I can't wear like long johns because the first half of the night I'd be hot. So I just have to freeze. And the new pants they ordered us are like this thin. No joke. They're summer weight, thin khaki pants. So when it's cold like that, I wear my old pants. I'm like, y'all just gonna have to suffer. I work weekends at night. The only person that sees me is my boss on Monday morning. And he might say something. Yeah, they call it, sometimes it's called the nor'easter. Well, my husband, when he worked in Austin at the really bad motel, he found a woman. It was freezing outside. She was on something in lingerie behind the vending machine, like this little space. And he almost didn't, for some reason, he looked, he doesn't know why he did. She'd have died. And that wasn't the first time. There was another, and so he figured out where her room was or something. I don't know. She was out of it. Another time, he had a homeless woman show up in capris, sandals, and a halter top, and it was 31 degrees outside because there was no warning. It was one of those things. So him, the hotel manager, and the cop that showed up all pulled their money and got her a room. And then my daughter's small like this woman was, and we got together a jacket and some pants and stuff for her. Yeah, the homeless here are not prepared for that when it happens at all. So when it happened this last time, Tom and I were carrying, well, he mostly did because I just walk my one block. He drives around. So he was carrying a whole bunch of cold weather. He had gone through his winter stuff and got rid of a few things, and he just put them in his car and gave stuff out. There's this woman that he's had problems with. She steals at night, but she lives in a tent, and she didn't have a coat, and he gave her the coat he had and some other stuff. So now if they go to the homeless shelters or the warming centers, sometimes they have stuff there for them if they get donations. But yeah, when it hits here, most of the times they're not prepared. Matter of fact, it was that really cold night. And Tom, there's a bridge I have to drive. There's a building I have to go check, and it's under a bridge. It's the only car thing I do at night once. It's only like 6 blocks. Well, Tom goes down that same road to the next bridge, is hit one of the buildings he has to check. And he told me, he said there was a guy under the bridge, and they have warming centers open. And it's middle of the night, and the guy's sleeping under the bridge. He's got all his stuff, and he's like, dude, are you okay? He thought he was going to find him dead. And he's like, no, man, I'm okay. Because, they have warming centers. He's like, I know. I don't feel like going. So the cops showed up, too. And because Tom called him to check on him. And he still didn't want to go. A lot of times they don't want to go because they're homeless for a reason. They don't like people, or they have a lot of stuff. They won't let you bring all your stuff in. Sometimes that's why they won't. So Tom gave him a bunch of hand warmers. And every time when it's not cold, I have to go under the bridge and do a turnaround in front of my building. And they're all asleep under there because it's like a dead end area. As long as they're up against the wall, I'm good. Every once in a while, one of them's just laying in the middle of the street. Tom, when he goes down, because there's a homeless shelter on that street too. When he goes down that street, he has to turn all his lights on, his bar light, because he literally has almost driven over somebody that's just laying in the middle of the street. For whatever reason. Don't know why. So he has to look for him all the time. I don't envy him driving around half the night like he does. Yeah. Yeah. We used to carry blessing bags, socks, sometimes baggies of dog food. Some of them have dogs and stuff. We did that more when he was in Austin. We haven't done it as much late. I know we did it while he was here because he's not in his car. He's in the work car. He'd have to move over. So he hasn't done it as much. Yeah, sometimes the shelters aren't safe. Yeah. I see that. So at night when I go out, and I'm unarmed, when I go out, sometimes I see them sleeping all down outside of the street. They like to find. That's my issue, is I have to keep them off my property. They don't know. They like cement because they don't want to be on the ground. So we have landings and docks that I have to check. So I'm chasing people off. And I'm like, there's a treat area across the street that a lot of times they'll sleep at. What's weird is when it's cold, they're there, cooler. But when it's nice out, they're not. You'd think they'd rather, I don't know how it works. So most of the time, though, I don't see anybody all night long. It's just every once in a while. And usually when I tell them they have to go, they're cool about it. I haven't had too many problems. The only problems I have are the ones that are on drugs that I have to run into, and I just steer clear or tweaking. I got this one guy, I almost ran into him 3 times. One time I was coming down the steps of my the building by my alley, and I see him coming, and he's just doing this wild, I call crack ballet. Tom told me later it's because he was tweaking. He was in nothing but jeans. And I just stopped, kept my flash. I just froze. And he did not notice me. He was out of it. Another time, I walked out the back door. He was right there doing it. This time, the next 2 times, he was only in his underwear. I opened the door. I said, oh, excuse me. And I went right back in. I was supposed to go out and do something. I didn't. And then the 3rd time, I was about to go out the front gate. I'm on the other side. As I see him go by, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not going this way. Again, in his underwear. Come to find out, Tom's dealt with him too. Tom's about 2 blocks away. And they actually had to call the cops on him because he was doing things to himself in front of people. And I think he was doing that the 3rd time he walked by, but he was already past me. Thank God I didn't have to see that. I'm irritated that I'm unarmed. That's the only thing. What I do is I have 2 different flashlights. I have to have a special flashlight for in the facility. It has to be explosive proof. But when I go outside, I take my metal flashlight. That's all I have if I have to defend myself. So, but I honestly haven't had. That's over almost a year. So I mean, I haven't had too many problems. Most of the time, when they see my security vest, they want to steer clear. When they find out my whole block has cameras, and they hate that too. Oh, twice recently though. So we have an alley in the back, and they like to use it as a toilet, which is ridiculous. But I'll see them on the camera, and I'm clear across the park. It's a city block, and I'm clear across the parking lot at the desk where the cameras are. So I see them coming down the alley, and I run out the front door, and I scream my drill sergeant voice, "Do not use my alley as a toilet." And then as I'm walking to the gate I need to go through, I'm saying, "There are 6 cameras back there watching everything you do." And that's usually when they find out there's cameras, they're gone. I know. I've asked could we have a baton? Could we have pepper spray? Whatever. And he said that they've changed the rules that you have to be level 3 to have, well, taser, definitely you have to have the class 4. And a lot of security companies don't want the liability. But pepper spray, handcuffs, and baton all each have a class. Well, now they're saying you have to be level 3 to even have those, which that's your armed level. I'm level 2. I'm like, okay, I'll take the class. I don't care. Oh, the bathroom thing. So when I finally get to the gate, they're gone. So I go back and I'm looking at the camera, and you can tell when they hear me, because she's looking for a place to go to the bathroom. And she stops. She starts walking really fast out the alley, and I see her pass a second person near the street. And that's the person, when I came out the gate, they crossed the street. I said, I knew it wasn't the person on the camera because they had a white coat on, because it's black and white night vision, but I could tell it was bright. This person had a dark coat on. I said, that wasn't you, was it? And she just was mumbling and walking. So I came back in. I think they were together, and that person came back, told him to get, and I don't know where that person went. That person was gone. Oh, there was a funny thing that happened last weekend, I think it was. So the way security, we work for a security company, but then our clients are separate, okay? But Tom's client is letting us charge our Tesla at their charging station, which is like a block away. I can literally walk. I can go park the car, hook it up, and walk back. It's actually shorter from where I have to plug in than to do my whole block. But Tom, he's working same time I am. He doesn't like it. So, and we are okay to coordinate with them to get picked up and dropped off. So Tom has to meet me at the charging station, which is his building. He has to check anyway. So we coordinate it when he's going to be there. And then he brings me back. And then 2-3 hours later, he comes and he picks me up and takes me back to the car. So he picks me up and he does a U-turn. I'm like, that's not the right way. He's like, there was this guy creeping between a building a little strip mall he has to check, and the building where I'm plugged in. And he says, he's creeping. It's 3:45 in the morning. He's up to something. I want to go see. So we pass the guy. Just as soon as he turns around, he's coming towards my building. And we're both looking at him as we walk by. Now, they could mistake us for cops. He's got the light bar. We're in uniform. If you don't look at the side of the car, he looks like a cop. So he goes up to the strip mall and turns around. The guy is gone. Like, we're looking down. There is nowhere for him to have disappeared. So he went down a different street to make sure he didn't go to his other building, and I went and got the car. When I got back to where I was at, I looked at the camera. It was hilarious. So you see us do the U-turn and go, and you can tell right as we pass him, you see this guy, this blur. This guy sprinted like the other direction, all the way across the other way. He was gone. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. He was gone. He was up to something, or he wouldn't have been running. It was just funny to see. He was gone. So, I don't have very many exciting things happen at work, so. But he has to check so many buildings in the same area. He keeps an eye on whoever's creeping around. Because a lot of times they end up at one of his buildings and he has to go chase them off. He did, Carrie, set a land speed record because holy crap. He was, I don't know which way, because I don't have cameras everywhere. So once he was off my camera, I don't know which way he turned, but we looked down each street. There was nowhere for him to hide. So Tom's really good at noticing odd things. When he worked the clubs before he got into this job, around when he was doing part-time, they called him McGruff the crime dog because he always figured out where the drugs were on somebody. He always knew. Everywhere they tried to hide it, he always found it. Spotted at Flag today, driving a regular person car. Ah, Seal Bill. Hey, how you doing? Huh. I think somebody's having money troubles, because I heard he put his jet up for sale. He's probably having to pay everybody back that he's been pilfering off of. How you doing, Bill? Yeah, I was like, I haven't been keeping up on the Scientology news that much lately. So I didn't know about that. Yep. Had to put the jet up for sale. I didn't think billionaires had to put jets up for sale. But that guy, I think, is going to go to jail. I really do. Didn't his brother go to jail? I know he got caught and went to trial and stuff. I didn't know if it was over and he was in jail or not. I know, poor baby. Yeah, they do when they got their billions with theft. For sure. For sure. Yeah. Aaron was saying something about he didn't think he didn't get a lot of views on the Grant Cardone videos. I like them because I like seeing what the, rich Scientologists get into. Hey, Adam, how are you doing? Oh, you had to sell your jets and your sharks? That's going to suck. I'll bet they're fun. His equally sexy twin brother, Gary, had some issues, with the Federal Trade Commission. Yeah, they had a credit card chargeback scheme going on. And I thought him and his wife got in trouble. I don't know if it's over with or not. Adam, you're still pretty. Yeah, you've got that going for you still. And you're funny. You can go a long way being funny. Tom still makes me laugh my butt off after... Oh, it's 41 years now. Whew. He just thinks of the right thing to say at the right time. I'm one of those that 2 hours later, I'm like, I should have said that. Yeah, I haven't got to use my license plate yet. Unlike Bilfcoin IPO, which is not a scam and just something I'm promoting in the community to help people 10x their income. Oh, I'm sure that will help everyone very well. I'm sure it'll go a long way. We have a little bit of Bitcoin, and whoo, it tanked. Tom's like, I go, honey, it's just something you hang on to. It'll go back up. And that's what people are saying. We have some in the S&P. He sold some stock right before it went up. He was mad. But we don't have a lot. It's like, I think he put 1,000 into Bitcoin a little at a time. And it was up to almost 3,000. Or maybe he put a little more than 1,000. And it dropped to 1,900 last time we checked. Hey, Udira, how you doing? So I told him, I said, that's something you keep in for a long time. Because he doesn't have a 401k. And we're thinking about going and starting one, but I've been trying to get him to fully retire. But it's nice having extra money. He likes the toys, and if our cars break down, we're not completely wiped out, especially with me working. Not this last week, but the 2 weeks before that, y'all, I had to work extra, and I worked 4 days in a row, and about two weeks in a row, and it about killed me. My legs were about to fall off. Just got an alert that the U.S. and Israel, they did? Holy shit. Somebody was saying that they were ready. Let me check YouTube. Holy crap. We hit news. Let me check mainstream news. I don't see anything on YouTube. Let's see. Live news. Let's see. Local.
As badly
Yep.
hurt as they were in those attacks, not only Midnight Hammer, but the previous attacks involving the United States and Israel, they were badly blinded by those attacks.
Okay, Ron,
their
moments ago, there's some smoke.
Incoming aircraft, but
it's only one
they've
plume.
rebuilt
It's not
at
like it
least
looks
some of those
strategic.
facilities.
They have, and you're exactly right. They were blindsided by Midnight Hammer, and Midnight Hammer was extraordinarily successful for us.
All right. I'll keep that up there. Yep, they sure did. I know. Oh, we got something there. I don't understand why I can't click on links. Let me just look again, see if I can. Let me hit live. I didn't hit live. Here we go. Can you hear that through my speaker? Can you email it? Then I can bring it up. Pakistan and Afghanistan went to war? I didn't hear that. Okay. Huh. I knew it was going to happen. As long as we don't put boots on the ground, that'll make me mad. Because when Tom was going to Iraq at the time, we felt that Live stream starting soon. Mercado. Okay. All right. He's not on live right now. Sounds like he's going to be soon. Did not know about Pakistan and Afghanistan. Because I thought Pakistan and somebody else he kind of stopped. Why are Pakistan and Afghanistan going on? I don't even know about that. That's how little I watch the news. All right. Ah, there he is. Do you guys want me to put it on screen? I know if you want to stay away from the news right now. I'll put it on for a second. Let's see.
Now we're over here because strikes have begun. I wanted to wait for more information before going live. Because things were coming in, people are going over to my gaming channel and telling me about it. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to go live with something like this right away. And more information's come in. And now I got more to share with you guys. So check in. We are live tonight. It is 1:10 in the morning, my time. And Israel and the U.S. have conducted strikes on.
I was surprised.
We can't do anything without U.S.
That Israel was going to be a part of it.
Really reports now that the Israel has launched preemptive strikes on Iran as reports of intense explosions heard across Tehran, Iran's capital. Come in, more to come. Israeli Defense Minister
I don't understand
Israel
that,
Katz
Silvo.
has declared
Iran developing
emergency throughout the entire country. Thank you, iBlue, for the 5 gifted. I appreciate that. Multiple explosions reported across the Iranian capital of Tehran. Okay, you got photos coming in now. So you got like multiple airstrikes, preemptive strikes for what is what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Photos and video now emerging from Tehran and surrounding areas of explosions. As
I'm assuming
says that preemptive strikes
they're hitting military targets
have been carried out. Early reports and footage of possible Tomahawk land attack missiles en route over Iraq have also surfaced. If true, it would be indicative of a joint U.S.-Israeli action, which obviously, told you guys this was going to happen.
Leading up to it, I didn't see until just the last day or two that Israel was gearing up too.
War it out.
But they had talked about they might strike on their own without us.
For a little bit.
They'd said that.
And intel analysts saying that this was coming.
Yeah, I don't want Iran to get nuclear weapons.
It has begun. All right, so these are various photos.
They're the only country I believe would use them.
After what appears to be joint U.S.-Israeli airstrikes on the capital city of.
Oh, my internet is way better. Well. I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Israel is confirmed to have launched preemptive strikes this morning against Iran. Here's the video.
I think it would be louder than that.
Okay, so you can see video in the background. Here's some more video, about another 10-second clip. Additional footage from downtown Tehran after Israeli preemptive strikes against Iran. No confirmation on whether or not this was a unilateral Israeli action or a joint U.S.-Israeli one. So that's still being figured out.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Israel doesn't attack Iran without.
They're getting close to Khomeini. I thought he was going to bail and go to Russia
without knowing about it.
So far, it doesn't look like he has. I know they're getting their money out of the country.
So you can check that out. Additional footage coming in from Tehran. He also got, after
those poor people need to be freed.
Israel's now declared a state of emergency nationwide.
What they're going through is really bad. There was
it's not yet clear what was hit downtown in Tehran.
A YouTuber from Iran. I saw a couple of videos from. He talked about how hard it is to live there.
Okay, probably gonna have to get a map up.
You can't own a car.
Let's get our maps up.
He said the money situation is so bad.
Go ahead and do that. Everybody say hello. Check in.
And it was heartbreaking. The hiddening, Mom. I don't know anything about that stuff. I don't know that much about Iran, to be honest, but this was a guy that lives in Iran right now. And his girlfriend is long distance. They can't afford to get married. he at one time did have a good job working for a tech, like a YouTube company or something, but because the internet got so bad, he lost that job. And he made $1,000 one time, and he said it changed his life. Yeah, most of Iran is dirt poor. He got $1,000, and it was amazing from his YouTube stuff. But he can't keep up with it. And he just recently explained how Starlink works. First of all, it's illegal to have. They could be in real trouble. And trying to pay for it, they don't have Visa. They don't have any kind of way to pay online. Everything is so insulated. All the sites are blocked. So even to get on Starlink, he was able to get a video out, but it takes so long to upload it. Oh, my face is still so hot. It's just, I mean, I knew it was bad, but I never heard it explained by somebody who lives there like that, because you don't get to hear from them. If you're interested, I could give you his YouTube site. God, can I remember his name? But he got a video out, and then a bunch of people subbed, and he's up to like 14,000 now, and he was amazed about everybody that was being supportive. But he has to be careful what he says too, because he doesn't want anybody to know who he is. They're killing people over there for that. So it is bad. Malachi Z. Oh, York is the hidden imam. He's hiding in jail. Oh, so I've only heard about this. Oh gosh, I think it starts with an S. He's like a leader that's exiled. I think he's in America. The Shah. I think some of them want the Shah to come back. Yeah, they're going to try to install the Shah as an interim leader. He's got to be better than what they got. He might not be who they want for long term, but he's got to be better than what they got now. It's really bad. I was talking about Iraq when Tom went. He thought even without the weapons of mass destruction, he saw what was done to these people. They did have technically weapons of mass destruction. He killed whole villages with gas. There were mass graves and the lions, the stuff that they did to their people. Tom really thought he was helping those people. The problem is they stayed too long. They drew it out. They didn't do it right. And then they just up and left. And they up and left my husband as a civilian in Iraq in 2011. So the last 5,000 soldiers left, and all the civilian contractors were still there. And I'm watching my husband get mortar attacked all night long because now they know the soldiers are gone. And it took them forever to get them out, to get helicopters to get them out. It was weeks. I'm like, maybe you should make sure that your civilian contractors are gone before you take all the soldiers out. That was another stupid pullout. I mean, I would be sitting here talking on the Facebook Messenger or something with him, and he's going to the damn bunker, and I'm looking at a blank screen hoping he's coming back. Usually they would just hit a couple times and stop. But it got there the last 2 weeks. It was really bad. They were getting constantly mortared because they would come up towards the fence, shoot mortars into the base, and run off. I was so dumb. I don't have very much faith in my government anymore. 15, 20 years ago when I wasn't paying attention, I used to think when I would watch espionage videos and stuff, I'm like, our government's not really doing that. No, I don't put nothing past them. The Shahs don't have a great record. I know, but who else would they have? I mean, they got to have somebody they know. I don't know anybody else that they could put up. I mean, as long as we make sure he's interim and that they have elections. That's what they're supposed to be doing with Venezuela. They're supposed to be holding some sort of elections at some point. Nobody's talking about what's going on down there. I'd like to know. Things were supposed to get better. Did they? Everybody celebrated for a few days and then you didn't hear anything anymore. So I'd like some more information on what's going on down there. Because the person they put in as interim, somebody that worked for Maduro, really? Christian Amanpour went to college with my cousin. I heard lots of stories of life in Iran. Oh, wow. Yeah, I did. I mean, I know their history. They were fairly progressive until 79 when the religious leaders took over and just... There was this woman recently, she was attacked, and if she's attacked, she's at fault. They put her in prison. She was attacked more in prison until they hung her. Or they stoned her. And I'm just like, that is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't understand in this modern age that we can have things like that happening. Still. And the stuff going on in Africa and all that stuff. I'm just like, the Shah's regime was Western oriented, but not very progressive. Well, it's a start, at least. And then, do the people want him or do we want him? I'm not so, I mean, were they asking for the Shah to come back? I mean, they might because they don't know anybody else. That's what I think. Because how would anybody break out as a leader in that kind of a regime right now when they're getting murdered for being in the streets? For doing what we do here in America, they're getting shot. It's hard to wrap my head around sometimes. So, I mean, that's kind of why I really need to get back to the org. Why I started doing this. I hate to see little people or weak people, not weak, but people taken advantage of. Or what's the other word I want? Can't think of it right now. Taken advantage of, hurt, punished, whatever. And this is my small part that I can do. The Shah took us for a ride and our leaders kowtowed to him. Yeah, they want democracy for sure. Because I don't even know why the Shah would, care unless he really wants to make a difference, because he's living large where he's at. He doesn't really need to. So I'm not into international politics enough to... It's hard enough to pay attention to the community we're in, and I try to keep abreast of the current goings on, but I don't always claim to know all the details. Sometimes there's something that interests me and I might do a deep dive on it. Like, I've been actually, before all of this, I deep dive on China a lot. This creator came by and was talking about, oh my God, it's so bad over there. They are not, you grow up hearing about Chinese medicine and, and that kind of, and the way they are over there now, it's really bad. Wealth isn't usually enough. People want glory too. Yeah, and power. And power. That's what I'm worried about. Man, my face is, y'all, still hot. I took my blood pressure this morning. I don't think it's that. Whew. My face is not calmed down. Might just be fibro too. Sometimes with fibro, I can't control my body heat. And when I get like this, I'll eat ice, but I'm talking to you guys, so I can't eat ice. And sometimes eating ice will cool me down. So, but yeah, I mean, we can only hope for the best. Did I take too much niacin? No, that will never happen again. That happened one time. Woo! I know exactly what they're talking about. So I try to do different healthy things. And one of them was, and I need to get back into doing it because it really does make a difference. I was taking a apple cider vinegar drink with lemon juice and honey and a couple other things, even sometimes cayenne pepper for pain, cinnamon for blood pressure, things like that. So I bought this one that said niacin on it. I didn't know it. This was years ago. I think it might even been before the internet. I'm not sure. Because I would have just gone on Google, but at the time I didn't have that. So this was a long time ago. And I had to call the 1-800 nurse with our military hospital. So I took a drink of this with the niacin. My whole body felt like I just got a sunburn. And my skin was on fire. And I was freaking out. And I had palpitations. I thought I was dying. I really thought I was dying. And I called the nurse and I told her, she goes, "Oh, that's a niacin flush." I was like, "Am I okay?" She's like, "Yeah, it'll eventually go away." And I got rid of that stuff. Never did that again. I skipped the sauna. Yeah, I felt like I was in a hot sauna. I really did. It was weird. It felt like a sunburn from the inside out. I cannot, and that was just a normal dose that they were okay with. You know, I could not imagine. I mean, the only thing I can think is the amount of niacin they're having them take is just burning everything out of their system. Maybe it's helping their health because holy moly. So when they talk about the niacin flush, they're not lying. And that was like a normal dose, not even close to what Scientology is making them take. I can't believe they haven't had people die. I really don't. And they do it like for months over and over again. Wow. And I'm not even talking about, like, I think they say it can cause cancer. Purification rundown before you ever heard of the call. Yeah, exactly. I did not like it though. I'll stay with whatever impurities are in here. Man, my face. Yeah, that was scary. I was scared to death. It was weird. So watch out if you buy any of the organic apple cider vinegar. There's two kinds. I don't even know if they still sell that one, to be honest. I don't even know why they would. I take so many supplements, it's ridiculous. Whew. I'm probably gonna let you guys go here soon. We've been on here 2 hours. That's a good time for us. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's only 1:30. I still got hours, but I got to get my work uniform together, and I make these snack boxes that I put nuts and cubed cheese and diced pepperoni in. I used to put dried fruit. I was healthier. I've been liking the pepperoni. I bought the little containers with the little pockets in them because I were buying those little protein packs at the store. This is cheaper if you make them yourself. I make those. Oh, it's $2.30. Yeah, it's $1.30 for me. So you're on the East Coast, yeah, you are. Because all of our family that we still have left is in Ohio, and so they're an hour later. And my daughter's in California, and she's 2 hours earlier. So I have to watch out when I call her because she might not be off work yet. Sorry. But it was good catching up. I like catching up with you guys, see what's going on. I'll probably go in there and watch some news, see if anything changes, what's going on while I'm getting stuff ready. But so my new channel, I'm gonna put it tonight. I'm gonna try to post some things on this channel to lead you over to my other channel. I need 50 subs, so when I go to Korea, I can live stream. I did find out some things though, but they were talking about visas, and I don't have to get a visa. They were like, if you have a YouTube channel or whatever, if you're a streamer, to make sure your channel is hidden from Korea, that it's in America, which mine is, because they could deny your visa if you're a streamer or you have a channel, because people that have gone over there and been dirtbags. I'm like, well, I'm not really getting a visa. I'm just traveling for a week. So, but I'm still going to make sure I do that on my way there. But I mean, I have a VPN, but it's already in America. They can't see it unless they switch over. So I'm not that worried about it. And I have the channel I had the main one isn't something I would be doing over there, unless I think I did find out there's something in Seoul. I don't know if I'll make it over there, but if I can, there was some affiliation over there. I don't know what it is. If it's anywhere in the vicinity of where I'm at, I might just, skip on over there, but I'm not going to make a special trip. Yeah, they have very strict rules regarding internet. Yeah. So I may or may not be able to live stream. I'm going to try. But if you can, it's early Saturday morning, so this guy was giving me the schedule. I figured out it was 7 a.m. my time. That would be 8 a.m. Eastern and 5 a.m. California is when it's going to be live streaming here. Oh, thank you, Scooter. I haven't even checked that channel since that night, so I don't even know. I haven't announced it yet, so I don't. Oh, I gave it out to a lady standing behind us in the passport line. She was about to go to Korea. Her husband's already there, military. And she took my channel down. I said, well, I have 22 subscribers. Oh, I can subscribe to my own channel because I'm on my personal one. So there's another one. I'm 23. The Purif would be a Flintstone vitamin and a foot soak. So yeah, I started another channel to do more fun stuff like this, but just about anything. I might do crafts. I'm probably going to talk about BTS more there because I know people's eyes glaze over when I talk about it on here. So everything else is going to be over there, and so when I go to Korea, I'm not sure if I'll live stream at the airport or anything like that. I might. We'll see. We'll see how things go. It's a 20-hour flight. The longest flight I've ever been on is 5 hours to LA from Ohio. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. Oh, and 3-hour layover in Seattle. On the way back, if I kept going in and refreshing, because at one point, the return trip was the only one available was 30 hours with a 10-hour layover at LAX. And I was like, well, we arrive at 8:30 at night. I was going to have Devin meet us there and hang out for the evening with the kids and be able to see them. I was like, that probably would have killed me, 30 hours. They're all sour because of Johnny Somali. I know, and not just him. So there's a few I don't want to say creators that I watch in Japan. And she jumped on and said some tourist had just pooed like out on the street somewhere or somewhere public. And I'm just like, come on, people. I don't know if it was an American or anything. She just said a tourist. I'm like, they're ruining it for us all. And they're starting to try to do the pickpocketing thing there. And the have you seen the thing? They do it in like Paris and London and places. They'll come up and try to give you a bracelet, and then they give it to you, make you think it's free, and then they want $10. And if you try to give it back, then their buddies come out of the woodwork and force you to give them the $10 or whatever. And well, now they're doing that in Japan. But I think they're going to get on top of that a lot faster over there. So I'm assuming that might be going on in Korea. So just if you travel anywhere, don't let anybody try to give you anything. Especially if they don't look like they're from there. Because mostly it's usually not people native to the area. So, but Tom said the only two places he would travel right now is Korea and Japan. Anywhere else right now is just not good. Not safe. Not safe for anybody, but especially Americans. Nobody likes us right now. So, all right, y'all. Hopefully I'll see you in the chats this week. I've been seeing some of you guys, but Scientology has clay pop. Oh, I think I get what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know why. I know. I know. Oh, I've been following what's going on in Mexico too. And I hope they chill out over there. There's Americans that live there. They're not handling it very well. I don't understand why we haven't tried to go down and get our people out. They could come in with a helicopter or something. They haven't tried anything. Just, whatever. Like, you should have been prepared for the blowback if you're going to do something like that. That's the only thing I don't understand why I just don't understand. It's a groaner, Adam. Oh, it's late. Maybe he's tired. Only millionaires a nut would be rescued. Yeah, that's true. Well, they can get their own selves out, probably. But yeah, I'm like, just if you're gonna pull an op like that where you know you have expats or tourists, be prepared to try to get your people out. That's your specialty. Not all your stuff is groaners there, Adam. You have some pretty good ones. You keep things lively. You have good ideas too. All right, you guys. I need to go eat some ice and try to cool off. My face will not stop. This has been going on for 3 hours. I don't know what's going on. So, hang out. I don't know what things are going to look like. I thought about trying to rent Tom a car, which is what we did before, because the poor guy, because he found out when he got up tonight that the guy that relieves him in the morning threw out his neck, and he has to stay till 10 a.m. and then turn around, get home at 11, and then leave with me at 3:30, or no, I'm sorry, we leave 4:30, and he has to get to work 4 hours before his shift, because I go to work at 6, he doesn't go to work till 10. So he goes and he tries to take a nap in the truck. That's kind of hard. And now he's not going to get home till 11. I wish I would have went ahead and rented it today. I would have been able to go to Austin tonight. I don't know. We'll have to figure out. Thank you. You too. Or hot or whatever is going on there. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to go anywhere the next couple weeks. Then I'm going to be gone. So I might just be doing a few streams from home for right now. I usually use quite a few subs when I'm not doing my thing that I'm supposed to be doing. So fingers crossed I don't lose too many. What I need to do is try to go to the org during the day when I have a car. So I'm going to try really hard to do that this week. I've been wanting to go on like a Wednesday or a Thursday and drag Tom and then run some errands in Austin while we're there. So good night, y'all. I'll see y'all in the chats this week, I'm sure. Sometimes I'm lurking and I don't chat, but it's just the position because I have my computer in the bed sometimes and it's just difficult to type, so I just don't bother. So y'all have a good week. If I don't see you till next weekend, I'll try to at least keep these up so I can at least stay in touch with human beings. Good night, y'all.